And then we have 47. It's going to take us like 47. There you go. Okay, Unit 5, Lesson 1, Conditional Statements. So you can see what we're doing for this week is we're dealing with logic. This is how most geometry textbooks usually start, is dealing with logic, and that's where we're going to start. So we're finally doing some geometry stuff. Like, you guys are excited, but like it's hard. So I'm just letting you know that up front. It's difficult. Yeah. What? It can be. All I need you to do, though, through this unit and the next unit, right, it's all going to be geometry stuff. Please make sure, and I'm going to have a word wall up here for you guys. Please make sure that you're writing down all the key terms. There are so many of them that you have to know. All right? Please make sure you write them down. Okay? Go ahead and write that down. If it is noon in Ohio, then it is 9 a.m. in California. What's up? Yes. Sorry. I wasn't talking to you. It's difficult. It takes a lot of thinking in there. I mean, Katie, they say geometry is easy, but we still have like a 40% failure rate. Yeah. So, like in the past.
Well, 60% pass, but that's a passing rate. Yep.
Just remember, that if you get a 60% in class, that means you don't know 40% of the material.
I have 60% in this class. And I'm still really smart in math.
Alright, if it's noon in Ohio, then it is 9 a.m. in California. This is a conditional statement. This is a conditional statement. Also, it is called an if-then statement. You may have heard about these. So it's a conditional statement, also called an if-then statement. And it's made up of two pieces. Yes, piece number one would be the hypothesis, as Carly said. Let's spell that right here, please. That is the first piece, is going to be the hypothesis. That's Hypothesis. Geometry is full, right? And it's a hypothesis, and anyone know what's underneath this box? Let's say stab. Slow reveal. Alright, so there are two pieces, the hypothesis and the conclusion. So what do you think the hypothesis is? Which part of this do you think is the Kitty, which part do you think is the hypothesis?
The whole thing?
Well, there.
Oh, wait, no. I don't know.
Okay.
I think back my whole life.
You take back your whole life. Okay. Tina?
Which part is the hypothesis?
Yeah, which part of this, what is a hypothesis? That is the...
Oh, I know what the hypothesis is. I'm guessing it's noon in Ohio.
It is noon in Ohio. The hypothesis is the first part. Carly, seriously, I just yelled at you guys at the start of class. We'll call that your class warning. There's only been 25 minutes that I yelled at you about it. That's true. It is made up of the hypothesis. It's up there in blue like box, and it's blue for you. So notice the hypothesis does not include the if. It's everything after if. And the conclusion does not include the then. It's everything past the then. So this conditional statement is an if-then form, right? There's an if and a then. I can include the comment if you want. If it is noon in Ohio, then it is 9 a.m. in California. Then it's a fact, and then it's true. So it's noon in Ohio, it's 9 a.m. in California. That is false. Because you're going to be false fact. Oh, we'll have fun with this. That's tomorrow's lesson. We'll get more into it. We'll get more into semantics.
All these years. It's not
You want to look at more into it? Obviously, I'm looking forward to it. and the conclusion. Alright, so take that, and what we're going to do here is our first goal. You don't need to write that whole thing up. All you need to write in your notes is rewrite conditional statements in if-then form. So rewrite conditional statements in if-then form. Well, I gave you one in it. We're going to look at ones that aren't. All right, so here is your first statement. Both modern camels evolved from the direct ancestor pro-camel. I'm just trying to use some non-math examples. I was watching The Mummy over break, and there were camels in it, so I Wikipedia'd camels and found out all this information about them. And so,
Relax. That would be so weird. You are.
Yes, right, write that, please. We're going to rewrite that as a conditional statement. Yeah, and when we came over from Asia, we killed them.
Why?
Because when we just came in, we pretty much ran out all the other large mammals because we needed to eat their food source. There used to be wolves that were as tall at the shoulder as I am. And
That
were
would be
here.
so scary. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dire wolves?
There were mountains. There were things bigger than mountain lions. There was things called cave lions. They're 25% bigger than the lions you see in the Serengeti. They weigh almost a ton.
Oh my god.
Right? Imagine that thing like trying to eat you. Science is hard. In case you didn't know.
You're some guy.
So I thought I could bring more to the math world by incorporating this in. So how would you? So I'm trying to think about how would I rewrite that in an if-then statement. So I could write it as if it is a modern camel, then it evolved from the direct ancestor pro-camel. Let me type that up here for you. Yeah, that's good. All right, there you go. So if it is a modern camel, then it evolved from the direct ancestor pro-camel.
You put an N.
Thank you.
Isn't that what you said? But, and,
There you go.
what you should write it?
Yeah, I took
Was that the?
a conditional statement and I rewrote it in if-then form. So I said, if it is a modern camel, then it evolved from the direct ancestor pro-camel. So if it is a modern camel, then it evolves from the direct ancestor. Okay. It starts accepting. How else could you have written this as an if-then statement? How else could you have written it as an if-then statement? It's just all...
Because it's saying, like, if you, are you going to bring it in, like, if you were saying,
Yeah, we're going to get into the math. I decided to use non-math examples. It's a nice easy day today. A little pretest that didn't count, a little non-math examples. We just start at simple. So the thing we're going to get into is I'm going to say things like, if it's a polygon with 6 sides, then it's a hexagon. And you need to know that construction, and we find that students tend to attach themselves more to non-math examples and apply them to math examples, and just get shoved math examples over. You know, like these people Another way you could have written this, you could have said, if it evolved from pro-camelid, then it is a modern camel. right? So it can go either way. And we're going to talk about that more. I think it can be called the All right, here's your next statement. I would like you to write this in an if-then form. Both camels can lose 25% of their weight due to sweating before going into cardiac failure. So there are two types of camel species that are left on Earth. There's South American and African. I don't answer the question. I can only retain so much knowledge of camels. So both camels can lose 25% of their weight due to sweating before going into cardiac failure. To give you a frame of reference for this, because it's going to make no sense to you, humans can lose about 12% of their weight due to sweating before going into cardiac failure. Oh, go right early. Sorry, guys. No, hold on.
I swear the
You're going to get
like blind